My name is Brett Schreiber. I'm one of the founding partners of Singleton Schreiber. This was a case that had been litigated for several years. My client was traveling on this road on his bicycle. He encountered a portion of a pothole that had been left behind by the city, and his bike struck it, and he did an endo over the handlebars, suffering a significant brain injury and pretty severe orthopedic trauma. After my client suffered this terrible injury, he was a different person. He was not who he was before. And he ultimately was arrested and convicted of a very serious crime that was completely out of character to who he was the day before this incident. And so what was instrumental for us in working up the case was not running from the fact that this felony conviction happened, but rather running towards it and showing that it was his brain injury that actually caused him to engage in this conduct, that this is not something that wouldn't have happened but for this injury. We really needed to be able to tell this story in a compelling visual narrative. It was actually illustrating the areas of the brain that had been damaged and the corresponding functional deficit that came through from that. That was imperative in our ability to tell the story about who he had become and why both his good and bad choices today were largely impacted directly from the injury that he suffered. We were able to resolve the case for well over $3 million, which ended up being a 6x recovery over what prior counsel had attempted to settle the case for before our involvement. We don't have room for average. For the work that we do and the cases we have and for the lives of the people who entrust us to tell their story, we need to work with the best. And DK Global is that.